There's nothing Christian about Easter. This is why.
For the 1,000,000th time, Easter is not a pagan holiday. Stop trying to ruin the holiday fun.
Easter is the celebration of the Assyrian Babylonian goddess Ishtar.
There is not a scrap of evidence that Easter goes back to the goddess Ishtar. Most of the Christian world calls the holiday Pascha, or a derivation of that. The reason why we call it Easter in English is because in English and Germanic regions, the holiday fell in the month of Ostaramanoth. So we started calling it the Ostaramanoth celebration, and then it was just called Easter. It has nothing to do with Ishtar,
Who, amongst many things, was celebrated as a fertility goddess. Rabbits and eggs are the symbols of fertility.
There is no evidence that eggs or rabbits were ever associated with Ishtar. The reason why eggs are associated with Easter is because in the Middle Ages, they would fast from all animal products during Lent. Towards the end of Lent, they would save the eggs and hard boil them for the Easter celebration. The earliest reference to Easter eggs is in 1290 AD, when King Edward I purchased 450 decorated eggs for the Easter celebration. Rabbits were not associated with Easter until much later, and probably came from the fact that they would just simply see more rabbits in the springtime while they were celebrating Easter. The earliest reference is from the 1600s, but there may be one in the 1500s, and it was originally called the Easter hare. It only became the Easter bunny much later.
The spring equinox marks the date of the conception of her son, Tammuz.
There is no evidence that is true, but it doesn't matter because Easter is not celebrated on the spring equinox,
Whose birth is celebrated approximately 9 months later on December 25th.
There is no evidence for that either, and there is no evidence Christmas is a pagan holiday.
She's gone by many names. Some call her Inanna, Asherah, and Venus. She's also been called Aphrodite, Artemis, and Diana.
The only one that is accurate here is Inanna, which is the Sumerian name for Ishtar. These other deities were originally separate. However, later cultures would sometimes syncretize various deities and say they were one.
But they all boil down to one origin.
Guess what's coming, guys?
One person.
Here it comes.
The Queen of Babylon, Semiramis.
Okay. This was all made up by the whack job Alexander Hislop in the 19th century. No historian has taken his ideas seriously because they lack evidence. Easter is entirely a Christian holiday in origin. There is no evidence it goes back to Ishtar or Semiramis.